were David and Jonathan really gay? What's the naked truth? David was the second king of Israel. Before becoming king, David was closest of friends with Jonathan, the oldest son of Saul, the first king of Israel. In 2 Samuel 1 verse 26, David responded to Jonathan's death by saying, "Your love to me was extraordinary, surpassing the love of women." 1 Samuel 18 verse 4 reads, "Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was on him and gave it to David." And in 1 Samuel 20 verse 41, they kissed one another. Wow. So were David and Jonathan really gay? No. And here are 4 reasons why. Number 1, love does not equal sex. We live in a hypersexualized world. It seems that 2 men can't even show affection anymore without saying no homo. Actually, there's nothing wrong with showing brotherly affection. The New Testament exhorts us to greet each other with a kiss. Nothing sexual, nothing romantic. In English, we only have one word for love. In Greek, there are 4. Eros for romantic and sexual love, philia for friendship love, storge for familial love, and agape for unconditional love. The New Testament lifts up agape as the highest and purest form of love. In 2 Samuel 1 verse 26, the Greek translation of the Old Testament, also known as the Septuagint, uses agape or unconditional love to describe David's love for Jonathan. As a matter of fact, all Christian husbands should have an agape love surpassing the love for their own wives. This should be their love for God. And let's not forget, the greatest love is God's love for us. Nothing sexual, nothing romantic. That would be weird. So remember, love does not equal sex. Number 2, David and Jonathan were brothers, not lovers. David and Jonathan are held up as quintessential best friends. However, interestingly, the Old Testament and the New Testament never refer to Jonathan and David as such. Instead, when David grieved Jonathan's death, David called him in 2 Samuel 1 verse 26, "my brother." Also, in 1 Samuel 18 verse 1, the soul of Jonathan was knit to the soul of David. This distinct expression of a soul knit to a soul is found in the Bible only one other time. In Genesis 44 verse 30, Judah explained that his father's soul, Jacob, was knit to his younger brother's soul, Benjamin, as his life or soul is bound up or knit in the boy's life or soul. Jacob and Benjamin were not lovers. Rather, Jacob had a deep, unconditional, and enduring love for his son, totally devoid of any sexual or romantic implication. The knitting of souls communicates a non-sexual familial love. The Bible never communicates David and Jonathan becoming one flesh, a sexual metaphor for marriage. Rather, their souls were knit together because they were family. And as should be obvious, brothers love each other, not have sex with each other. Number 3, Jonathan's disrobing was about power, not passion. Sure, Jonathan gave his robe to David, but in ancient history, people did something that we may miss today. It's called layering. Taking off your robe didn't mean you were totally naked underneath, nor was it an invitation to Netflix and chill. Also keep in mind, Jonathan's robe had utmost significance. He was King Saul's oldest son, and his robe distinguished himself above everyone else. His robe represented power and authority, that he was heir to the throne. Yet in 1 Samuel 23 verse 17, Jonathan said to David, "You shall be king over Israel." Jonathan knew David was the anointed one. So handing David his royal robe, along with his royal armor, bow, and belt, was symbolic of the heir apparent, transferring the right of the throne to the one whom God had anointed. Jonathan acknowledged David was the future king, not him. Stripping off his royal robe and giving it to David wasn't the least bit erotic, but purely an expression of loyalty and submission. Number 4, David's issue was women, not men. The Bible is very frank about the private life of King David. 1st and 2nd Samuel candidly tell us all about David's wives, concubines, and even his adultery with Bathsheba. Yet nowhere does the Bible mention David and Jonathan having sex. Let's be real here. David's issue was not men, it was women. So next time you hear David and Jonathan were gay, remember these 4 points. Number 1, love does not equal sex. Number 2, David and Jonathan were brothers, not lovers. Number 3, Jonathan's disrobing was about power, not passion. Number 4, David's issue was women, not men. For the Naked Truth, I'm Christopher Yuan.